are doing video number 3 with Liz. Again, she was with us for video 2, and we did some goal planning, some brainstorming, and we tried to gather our ideas and thoughts together so we have as many options as possible, and tried to think outside the box when we were doing that. So now we are going to use goal visualization tools and budgeting tools in order to put her goals into effect. So this first sheet that I'm going to go over with you covers budget guidelines. Certain things like housing, savings, transportation, debt, and then there's an other. So you want to spend no more than 35% of your net income on housing. That depends on whether you rent, own, whatever your circumstances, and you own your home right now, so you're paying a mortgage. The 35% includes utilities, insurance, tax, and home maintenance. So after that, we're looking at about 10% for savings. It said make sure you save 3 to 6 months income in an emergency fund, which is, sometimes it's not possible. If you're on a tight budget, you have to rework other things. So we'll go over that a little bit later. Transportation, no more than 15%. Debt, spend no more than 15% of your net income on consumer debt. That can include student loans, installment contracts like a hospital bill, credit cards, things like that. Then there's an other. That includes your other expenses. Those can vary, like food, clothing. They're you don't have to worry about childcare, vacations, extras. Those are all the things that flux every month. Okay, so do you understand that? We have a great visual with the pie chart.
Yeah, I can understand that because when I applied my loan 2 years ago, pretty much that's what they show.
Okay. And so that's budget guidelines. The second part of this worksheet is really important, adjusting your plan. So let's say winter's coming and your utilities will be, let's say, twice as much. So that's adjusting your plan. That'll fall under that category. You want to make sure you set reasonable goals, something that you can actually achieve. So let's say your heating bill in the summer is usually $60. So it'll be around 100 to 220 in the winter. So you don't want to set a budgeting goal of $300 a month just in case. That's not achievable and it's not realistic. So, but also at the same time, you don't want to set it, let's say 80, because then you won't be able to pay your bill. So those are our guidelines, and they're adjustable. So you need to adjust that to fit your lifestyle. This is a financial goals worksheet. This will help you visualize where you want to be within 2 to 5 years, within 5 years, within 1 year. So let's go review our goals. So one of your short range goals
is to finish school.
And this helps you have a target date. We know what that is now. You know how much it's going to cost about. You're going to have to work while you achieve that goal. One of your long range goals was retirement.
Saving for retirement. Yeah, pretty much having a better career so you can save for retirement, paying house and everything. And this gives you the opportunity to put. You had several ideas. You'll be able to narrow like your top ideas with this worksheet. You can actually visualize it, and that's the important step working towards your goals. So in order to plan for those, you really need to outline your net worth. Make sure more is coming in than it's going out. Yeah. So budgeting is really important. Yeah.
And there's a couple ways you can do that. There's a lot of ways you can do that. For you're going towards the pathway where you are increasing income. And that's an excellent way to do that. And you've done it through education, so that's also very rewarding.
Yeah.
Okay, so with this worksheet, you'll be able to fill in your expenses and your income. This worksheet, it goes more in depth on that. That's your food, your housing. Remember we talked about food, things like food were flexible. They change month to month.
Yeah.
They're discretionary, I suppose. The food shouldn't be discretionary, but it is a flexible. Here's your discretionary expense form. This will let you set aside money so that you don't feel broke all the time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you get into that mode where you're like, man, I just want to go blow some money, and sometimes you can give in to temptation, and then all your goals are kicked back. You know, it's put off because of that moment of weakness, and so we're going to try and prevent that from happening by planning out our discretionary expenses. This worksheet is for planning out your monthly income. This includes your paycheck, any rental income you might have, tax refunds. This is for the whole year. So all you do is you fill them in and you divide them by 12. That'll give you the amount you need to have monthly, so you can better plan. So you don't get up to a bill all of a sudden your insurance is due and you know you totally scratch your budget because you're trying to cover that expense. Okay, next we're going to go from monthly income to weekly expenses. So this goes over your this will go like a monthly overview. This is breaking that monthly overview down into weekly expenses so that you can have better control over it. It kind of just, I don't know, let you look at it under a magnifying glass so that, let's say you want to go on a trip for the weekend and you don't have the funds right away, you can look, okay, this week I can do without, let's see, clothing, your clothing expense, you know. I'm not going to get new clothes this week or next week because I'm going to go on this trip. So there's that.
Yeah, I think this is really good.
Yeah, so these are all tools that you can use. This one is another monthly, so let's put these in order. I'm sorry. We're going to put that one for monthly. This one will be the weekly. So, and at the bottom here, I really like the weekly expenses because it really breaks it down for you.
I think I like this because I get paid every week.
Oh,
yeah. So that's really good. Yeah.
It's varies. Some people get paid twice a month, and some people monthly or weekly. So down here at the bottom, you'll see it says budget overview. This is so you don't have to keep flipping back through. You have your income, your expenses, and then you balance it out.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. And then you have this monthly, which is, you know, when you pay your utilities once a month and your mortgage once a month. So it's kind of, and then your, you know, groceries, you know. Yeah, I think this is good information. I think what's going on sometimes is you get paid and your bill is not due till, and it's like, oh, I have a whole month, and then you don't think, you know. I think it's really important to put aside. With me, it's kind of hard, you know. And you buy something that you're not on the budget, and next thing you know, you're broke.
Your
like
bills start coming in, and you don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, just like the Black Friday, you know, it's like you buy this because they're on sale, and then, you know, I think for me, it's like, don't go out unless you have money, or, you know, don't.
That's excellent self-control. That's so
Yeah,
hard to do.
like, why would I, like my daughter will say, let's go shopping. No, I don't know, oh, we can just look. No, it's no such thing as we can just look, you know. Yeah, so, you know, I mean, I think budgeting is really hard, but you're gonna think, you know, you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Yeah, well, these tools will help you, I don't know, be empowered to take a hold of your finances, and you are the one in charge of your retirement. It's in your hands, and you're going to make it happen through planning and your budgeting. And sounds like you have excellent self-control anyway, so,
it's
and
hard sometimes.
determination.
Well, thank you. Yeah, this is really good tools, Olivia, you know.
You have any questions?
No, I mean, you know, I just need to, I think I like this, to have this form as what you're giving me, and then, you know, the monthly income, you know, this will help me to save for the future and the retirement, you know.
And you can really pace yourself if you start with your goals, which is at the end now, but you start with your financial goals, and that will help you outline your budget. You just keep these in mind, that this is where you are, this is where you want to be. and then these worksheets will help you facilitate and work through that.
Yeah, that's a good tool. Yeah,
So-
because I've never been into budgeting, or I do like when I get paid, I go, oh, I do like I get paid 4 weeks in a month, so I go mortgage, and then phone, and then that's it. I didn't like. I tried to save some money, but sometimes you just touch it. It needs to be somewhere else,
So do you use a savings account, or do you take it out and?
I have a direct deposit. Yeah, I have a savings, but I always touch it. I think it's nice to just maybe put it somewhere so you can't touch it.
Oh, okay. That's something we can talk about actually. Do you have any? Is that typically what you do? You set the money aside in your savings, and then you end up transferring it back. There are a lot of other techniques we can talk about. There's the envelopes where you write out. You have an envelope for each category, and so it's in your hands, visual. Sometimes some people can't stand that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I have it in my hand, I can go spend it.
Yeah.
But you have the self-control,
Yeah.
where that you might be able to visualize it and see it in your hands, and you're like, I'm not going to spend it. Whereas if you just swipe your card, you don't see it and it's gone.
Yeah, you're right.
So that might be an excellent technique. I know, like our family, I'm more of an envelope person, where my husband, if he can see it, he wants to blow it. If I can see it, I want to hold on to it.
Yeah,
So-
like, I had a little bonus last year. I paid off the car, Well, I sold my old car, and I go, okay, I'll pay my car, and then I pay more, so my car is paid off.
Yes, you
But-
are
But
an easy client.
but at the same time, sometimes like, okay, I don't have car payment. This car payment should be going somewhere, right? So yeah, I think it's really self-control, because I think, especially when you don't feel good, it's like the first thing you think, oh, I'm just gonna go shopping, But why do you, Now I think more when I go shopping. So do I need this? No,
That's good. Rearranging your priorities to meet.
Yeah, I think so, because I think future's kind of scares me, especially when you're not married.
Well, you have some really good things to look forward to, whether it's graduating with the dietetics program or the nutrition program,
Yes.
or moving to the Philippines and living the good life.
Yeah.
You have a lot of options, and these will help facilitate your goals, and done a lot of good things with it. So I will let you take those with you, and you can fill them out. If you're having any issues with them, you can email me or call me or come back in, and we'll go over it again and get it straightened out so you have something concrete. And I shouldn't say concrete, because your priorities could change over the next couple of years. So, and that's the great thing about these, they're flexible as well, so they can accommodate your lifestyle and where you're at that time.
Yeah, it's nice to have papers like this to follow. Not like you get paid, it's like, oh, I'm paying this, oh, I got 200 left, oh, okay. And next thing you know, you went shopping that, like even the food that you don't need sometimes, you just like,
Oh, I know.
It's easy, Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you. This is really helpful, honestly, this is nice.
All right. Well, thank you for meeting with me. I hope to meet with you again. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know and we can work through those.
Oh, we will. Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you.